This is Chronopolis. Population, every weird thing in all of time. Remind me again why we signed up for this. I guess you're right. What's the worst that can happen if you mess with the space-time continuum? A planet with a face. That's not creepy at all.
Nice suit.
Ditto.
Kang, show yourself and cease this temporal foolery. I've seen bigger.
Please welcome your host of LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2, Katie Wilson.
Hello, E3. How you feeling today? Thanks for being here, you guys. Hey, everyone. I'm Katie Wilson, and welcome to Day 2 of WB Games at E3. Who's excited about LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2? I know I am, for sure. Today we are covering more new additions to the LEGO video game universe, and people are already talking about it on social media. Let's toss it over to our correspondent on the floor, TJ Smith, who is going to share some of his favorite posts. TJ?
Thank you so much, Katie. Yeah, we are here in front of the LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 booth here at E3. It is a giant line all around. People are super excited. They want to play the demo of the new game before it comes out this fall. People are also really excited online. Right now, we're going to go to Twitter. We've got some people on there sharing their excitement with us. If you want to share your excitement or questions with us, you can do so at LEGO Marvel Game or hashtag LEGO Marvel 2. First, we're going to read one from Josh Ehrenberg. He says, not only am I eyeballing the game, but I am also in love with those sweet at LEGO Marvel Game t-shirts the guys at E3 are wearing. Yeah, that's right. If you look around, you might see in the background some people with these sweet shirts. I got to get one for myself. They feature some of the new characters that are in the game coming out this fall. So, again, if you want to share your excitement with us, let us know. We're going to read some more tweets in a little bit. You can do so at LEGO Marvel Game or hashtag LEGO Marvel 2. And that's it for us right now. Back to you, Katie.
Yeah, I agree, TJ. We should definitely get us some of those t-shirts. Well, please be sure to tweet your questions and comments at LEGO Marvel Game, as they may be read live later today. And as a bonus, LEGO Marvel is giving away a super awesome 18-inch LEGO build of a character that we're revealing on Thursday's live stream. If you want to enter for a chance to win, all you have to do is follow at LEGO Marvel Game and retweet any tweet that comes from the account. That includes hashtag LEGO Marvel E3 sweepstakes. The sweepstakes is open to participants 13 and older in the 50 states, and it ends today. So get to following, get to retweeting. You guys don't want to miss out on that. So we have an awesome day planned for you guys today, so let's get it started. Please welcome back Head of Design at TT Games, Arthur Parsons, Executive Producer at TT Games, Phil Ring, and Executive Creator Director for Marvel Games, Bill Roseman. Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome.
Hey, how are ya?
Great. Woo. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
Enjoying your E3.
Good. It's
awesome.
busier than ever. Look at all these
I know
people.
it is.
Anytime I can walk down a hallway and take a left at the Dragon, you know it's a good day.
I couldn't agree more. So, guys, we got to hop right in and talk about LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. Tell us about it.
Go on, Bill. I'll leave this to you.
All I can say is it's about time. And by that, I mean our big bad is Kang the Conqueror. Now, if you're a longtime Marvel fan, you know about Kang, but there may be many out there who don't. What Kang is all about, he's like a conquering general. And what he likes to do to prove his own self-worth and inflate his ego, he likes to travel through time to different eras and conquer the heroes of their era when they're in their prime. So not only does he travel through time, he likes to go around and also gather armies, people to fight for him, and that's how you're going to see all these different cool versions of Marvel characters that you may have never seen before.
What made you guys want to pick Kang as our villain this time?
I think Bill pretty much nailed it.
Yeah.
You look at all, there's so many great Marvel villains, but Kang is one that nobody's really gone there in the depth that we're going there. And the fact that he can go to any of these different Marvel realities means it gives us that freedom as developers to go, you know what, let's have medieval England. Let's have 2099. Let's go to wherever it is, ancient Egypt. There's so many opportunities, and he can effectively bring in anything, right, Bill?
That's right. I mean, first of all, if you see the opening gameplay, you'll wonder, like, what is that huge sword hanging in the air? That's his ship, the Damocles, and that's hanging literally over the heroes' heads. So yeah, he can go through different times. He can bring in characters, bring in armies. How about Chronopolis?
Yeah, and Chronopolis, that is Kang bringing all of these different realities into one place, because he wants to bring everything together, defeat everyone at their prime, and then lord it up as like the guy. It's like, this is my collection of Marvel realities and everything I've captured and owned. So for us, it's like, well, there you go. That is our playfield, and we'll obviously have a look about that later. But it's just so exciting to bring that to Lego Marvel Superheroes 2.
And I heard yesterday that we're going to have a multiplayer mode.
That is true. That is true.
We are, yeah. Actually, we've kind of brought this in and kept it Marvel themed. I don't know if you want to talk a bit about Grandmaster, Bill.
Yeah, so if you know about the Grandmaster, he is the brother of the Collector. Now, where the Collector, as his name suggests, likes to gather things together and put them in his little cases, the Grandmaster, hence his name, is all about games. He loves to bring people together and force them to compete, because that's how he gets his jollies. So in the multiplayer, that's exactly what's happening. The Grandmaster has brought these characters together, and you will compete in an arena.
Yep.
I also want to hear about the themed challenges. How many are going to be available?
I don't know, Phil. Where are we at the minute with that one?
Well, we're still working on it. This is the great thing about a game in development. We want to see more. We want to hear what people want to do. We'll keep adding these things. So an unknown number at the moment. So
yeah, it's one of those things where when we first thought of this mode, it was because a lot of people that have played Lego Marvel Superheroes would get in touch and say, we love this story and going on a journey, but then we get to a point where me and my brother just kind of stop for a minute and get distracted because we end up like pitting ourselves against each other. And so then that led to us scratching our heads and thinking, you know what? That's a real thing. People enjoy, doing everything that we put there, but then they're also making their own little stories and going head to head, toe to toe. So we thought, let's make an entire mode out of that and allow people to take any of the heroes and villains that we unlock in the game and anyone that we put in the customizer into that 4-player arena and just have fun with it.
That sounds amazing. Now, I know you guys have been talking with Blitzwinger. Well, we actually have him here backstage, so I think we should bring him out and hop into some gameplay. What do you think?
Let's do it.
What do you guys think? Yeah, let's do it. Welcome, Blitzwinger, everyone.
Hi, what's up?
Hey, Max, thanks for coming.
How are you?
Hey, Matt. I'll let you sit there.
All right.
Okay.
How are you doing?
Very
You
good.
enjoying your E3?
Yeah, first one.
First one.
It's a good one because there's a lot of people that finally get to get in. So, what's up, everyone?
In the audience, whose first time is it here? Wow, we have a lot.
Me too.
That's amazing.
Can I swap controllers
right,
with you, Max?
so, Max,
Sorry,
no
Max
worries,
took
no
my
worries.
controller.
There we go.
Pardon me.
So, Max, have you played Marvel Superheroes 1?
No.
No.
No, I'm joking. I'm actually probably embarrassed to say how many hours I played it, but yeah, plenty of hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's definitely hop into the game. I'm excited to see some of this gameplay.
All right.
Who's player 1?
That's the blue one.
So you had the right one?
No. I don't know who's player 1.
I don't know either.
No,
All right.
we've gone straight into there. I'm going to come out of here.
So guys, talk a little bit about what we're going to be playing right now.
So the multiplayer mode, it's 4v4. The idea of having competitive as well as cooperative was really great for us because it's one of the first times we've ever done this. And it asks us the age-old questions. Who's going to win out of Star-Lord and Rocket? So let's find out. We get
I'm betting on Rocket.
Is it mine?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is it this one?
Star-Lord. He's still got his dance moves. We'll have to show that.
That's true.
We've got Star-Lord, Gamora, Drax, and Rocket. We're going to be set up in an arena, and then the four of us will be kind of duking it out and trying to go for the Infinity Stones. And each of those give you a different power, depending on which stone you pick up. So yeah, it should be an interesting one, interesting little battle. And this is just one of the modes that we're planning on doing for the multiplayer as well. We want to do something that's going to feel very, very different. It looks visually different as well. So straight away when we get to show it, I think people will see things that really are a bit kind of new for a LEGO title. And that's really exciting for us, being able to do something with this game. LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2, we knew we wanted to do kind of a brilliant story, all of these characters, these great locations, but then also have a game that people are going to keep coming back to, and having a multiplayer side as well as kind of exploring Chronopolis.
And I love that you're beginning with the Guardians. If you remember that at the end of the LEGO Marvel Super Heroes, it ended with the Guardians appearing, and now, boom, as you begin the game, Guardians come on full time. I think it's a really cool connection between the games for those who had played the first one.
Yeah, they do a good job always teasing whatever's next.
And there's nowhere.
Yeah. Do you guys have a favorite character out of this group?
It's
Guardians
it's
group?
hard to choose. I used to edit the Guardians book back in the day, so I kind of love them all. But you know, hey, I guess today I love Groot a lot.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
His best buddy Rocket, you know.
Do they have different special attacks?
Oh yeah, very much so. So if all the characters have different kind of abilities depending on who they are. So if you're someone, for example, like Gamora, Star-Lord might be kind of shooting away. Gamora can actually deflect those bullets. So that's something that's special for that character. And each of the characters kind of have a bit of a who's going to be strong against who. So it's almost like a bit of rock, paper, scissors.
Here we go.
And it'll be really interesting to kind of when you get the full roster and seeing who you take into the multiplayer. So.
Oh wow, that's really cool. All right, it looks like we're getting right into it.
There's a giant Grandmaster lording over us all.
I'm trying to figure out who I am. I'm Star-Lord.
I believe you're Star-Lord up there.
Am I Gamora? Am I Star-Lord?
Okay, I'm not holding back, by the way.
Oh.
Okay.
I did mention there'd be danger, didn't I?
Am I Gamora?
Uh-oh.
So, as you may see as well, one of the things with the multiplayer world, the entire world is made out of Lego. So with the Lego bricks that you can see, you can interact with them, you can smash the environment up. So if you do a really cool kind of special smash attack, you'll actually create a crater. Then the players will have to kind of deal with this changing environment.
Oh, wow. And as well, things are dropping down like giant meteors.
This is it. You want to avoid them, and then you want to go straight for them. So we just picked up the Mind Stone. So the Mind Stone actually gives you different abilities. Star-Lord just created multiple clones for himself. So the other players now have to deal with multiple Star-Lords in the environment.
Oh no, the world doesn't need multiple Star-Lords.
The Mind Stone is back in the Infinity Gauntlet.
So can we talk a little bit about how the environment changes color a little bit as we're playing? What does that represent? What does that mean?
So it's almost like different levels, if you will. So as you start smashing it, you'll see the kind of different levels of the kind of the environment as you go deeper. So as you get deeper and deeper, it will start to turn red color when you know you're kind of approaching the bottom of the environment.
Oh, wow.
And it just looks really cool visually.
It does look cool. I like it.
Max, so you rock it.
I did mention there'd be danger, didn't I?
No?
I do believe someone's picking on me.
Uh-oh.
Well,
when you play as Star-Lord,
someone's going to be
expected.
getting it, taking it too serious.
Yeah, this is also the first Lego Marvel game that has multiplayer. Well, like non-co-op stuff, so it's a big deal. Another new game mode.
Another new game to put hours and hours into.
Exactly. Because Lego games are notorious. Like, once you finish the storyline, you're usually only, like, I don't know, maybe 30% done. And then you have gold bricks to collect, characters to unlock, so there's always tons and tons of hours that you get post-game.
And you're playing as Gamora, correct?
I hope so.
So
if I'm not, this looks very awkward.
I know, you're just walking into walls. So how have you noticed her powers? Are you liking them? Is she
that's actually, like, you know, these guys get asked the question of, like, how do you add new characters? I think it's probably more difficult to take characters that have been in previous LEGO games and make them feel new and make them seem like they're different than the versions that we got before. So,
didn't I?
And this definitely feels different, so it's cool.
Has returned to the Infinity Gauntlet.
All right, now what's happening?
So we just returned another stone, so we need to wait for the next one to drop in. So you can see the kind of the red bar spot on the floor. That's indicating where it's going to crash in.
There it comes.
Don't want to be under that.
And so the reality stone's one of my favourites.
That's it. You're all going to get big
jumping around.
Whoa!
Feel
That's
the
cool.
power.
Yeah, and you can jump and you kind of do these kind of slow motion reality shifting jumps.
Wow.
Okay, I've taken the lead.
Yeah, this is
a
really
little
cool.
bit.
So you are practically flying.
Is that why you wanted the first controller?
Reality Stone. To the Infinity
Seems like it.
You know when I offered you that seat.
Oh, okay, got it.
The Space Stone.
Okay, this is my favourite one.
Enter the arena.
You'll also hear Grandmaster kind of narrating everything that's going on. So as things happen, he might kind of slightly tease the players and be like, "Oh, what did you mean for that to happen?"
Oh no!
And, so there's lots of lines of dialogue like that that's been recorded.
I'll just stand there and let you just
Yeah,
take me out, all right?
Yeah.
Oh, shots
Can we get our
fired
red
up
power
here.
bricks to help
Shots
us out or
fired.
something? That'd be nice.
So let's talk a little bit about Star-Lord's attack that we saw. That was really cool. How he was up in the air with the electricity. That's so cool.
So yeah, so that's the reality stone. Each stone gives you different abilities when you're in the level. So the reality stone allows you to kind of, it's manipulating reality. You might see some crazy things that make characters sometimes get big heads. There's also this kind of lightning attack that kind of affects people around you. And then there's other stones as well that each have a different kind of ability with them. So things like the space stone, you can manipulate the environment.
So how does the open world gameplay compare to the original game?
So Chronopolis is going to be very, very different, not only because of the story and all the locations and being able to bring its worlds together, but also just the size of it. It's going to be a much bigger environment for us. The team are doing an amazing job of kind of creating something that's going to feel really exciting. So if you go to ancient Egypt, you're going to encounter characters from that location, and they'll send you on quests.
I'm sorry, I got you killed.
It's fine. I've resigned myself to the fact I'm not winning this one.
That was my fault. Not fair, guys.
Yeah, I've definitely not won this game.
I'm just following you all.
Yeah, Chronopolis is something that's going to feel very, very different. And I think now that we've kind of we've just finished the multiplayer, we should try and jump in and show a little bit of that. It is a different kind of environment, a different experience for the gamer.
So I don't think LEGO fans have ever. Oh well, yes, you won. You won.
LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2
Give it up for
Esports
Arthur.
champion.
Give it up for Arthur.
First ever. The first ever.
That was why I was really quiet, because I was concentrating. I refused to lose.
Okay.
Sorry.
Propping up
to
the
be
table.
fair,
It's
sorry.
I get to make the game, so this is my first time. I'll win next time.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
All right, so there's some other modes we can play, right?
Yeah, so we want to show the open world, and actually what we've got here at E3, if you actually want to play the demo, you can on the booth. So we have the first prologue level that's available. So you get to play as the Guardians, you get to fight Eson, so he's going to be there, he's your big bad boss at the end of the level.
But a Celestial, you know the huge Celestials, they're in the game, it's so cool.
So what we're going to show now is part of the open world, and not only that, we want to show a couple of the characters and maybe talk about a new one that we've not shown just yet. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Let's do
and it'd
it.
be great to get Bill's opinions, and for you, Max, this is your opportunity to grill us.
Okay.
Grill them.
Drill deep.
I got my barbecue in the back.
On behalf of LEGO fans everywhere, it is up to you.
It's my duty. I'm gonna get destroyed on Twitter if I don't. So.
Yeah, if you don't ask those probing questions. So anyway, we're gonna go into the Avengers Mansion in Chronopolis, and then I'll pick a character or two to play as, and I'll drive today, Phil.
Go for it.
Okay.
And besides it being, much larger, what else can,
There's
fans
our man
expect?
Mysterio with a fishbowl head.
So with the story itself and what we're doing with it, when we drop players into Chronopolis, because it is such a large area, we don't want the whole thing open straight away because it would just be so confusing, so many things going on. So we actually segregate the sections, and then very early on in the story, we do remove that, and all of a sudden, all of these characters will be permeating to different areas. So you'll see people from medieval England might make their way over to Noir, New York, and all of these areas have a different flavour, a different kind of feeling behind them. So there's going to be like lots of very, very cool things to explore. I think Arthur's, what he's doing now is he's just going to switch over to Star-Lord. Of course, with his jetpack, we can get around the hub a bit quicker.
Before that, it was so cool seeing Star-Lord stand right next to Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah.
And that's part of the charm of the game. You have these characters from different time eras all together. It's so much fun.
That is really cool.
Yeah. You guys introduced the hub world system in like Lego Batman 3, I believe, right? That was the first time? Like the hub worlds?
Yeah, so we've always kind of been learning about what we do with the hubs. The design team do an amazing job of kind of, when we create one of these worlds, learning what works, what can we do that's different. And that's why Chronopolis, we really do feel this is such a different experience to what we've done previously, because we've done it a couple of times now, we've learned so much, and being able to go, right, this game's coming out on Xbox One, PS4, Switch and PC. Those consoles give us an ability to do things we previously couldn't do. So this is really a kind of like years worth of knowledge that the team kind of harbored to make this experience.
I just saw a Zeppelin. There's a Zeppelin in this game. That's a beautiful thing.
There we go, yeah.
Yeah, this is something that LEGO fans haven't seen before in a game, which is really cool.
No, so yeah, this is kind of just giving you a bit of an example of where we're going with things. So we've just flown over a bit of New York. It's snowing. There's a reason for that. That is explained. But any of these locations you can go to. You can just fly straight there. So with Star-Lord, we're going to drop down.
Oh, this is cool.
And then we also have places beneath the water. So
yes, there we go. This was something that a lot of people wanted to see before, because anytime that they've done a big hub world before, we've never had anything where you could go like underwater, so this is really cool. Very nice.
Yeah, and the idea is everywhere's going to be full of quests. There'll be collectibles, there'll be things to explore. And we want to make sure that with players, they know what they're doing, they know where to explore. So we've even got really cool things in, like there's a brand new map that we've added for this, which is, I think Arthur can show it, and here we go. It kind of gives you a bit of an idea of the scale of all the locations you can go to.
You see some awesome, familiar, famous Marvel locations. Kunlun, there's the Hydra Empire, Egypt, Hala, Noir, New York,
the
Wild West. Xandar, and it's so great how quickly you could go from different section to different section. You don't have to travel to different planets. It's all right there in Chronopolis.
And how many hubs exactly are there?
I believe it's 8. We've got 18 different sections that are kind of wedged together.
Of the Inhumans.
But that kind of really doesn't. The idea being that the hub isn't just one flat location. We do have like this height to it as well. So if we're here, you can actually, if you wanted to, fly all the way up to nowhere. You kind of break the barrier and you kind of go into space, and you have nowhere there, and you can go there. But then you can dive straight back down.
We're living in Lemuria under the water.
And it makes sense also as far as the storyline is concerned, because you got Kang the Conqueror, so he's like, it actually makes sense as to why all these places are aggregated together, right?
Well, yeah, but that's at the heart of it. You know, everything that Marvel does and TT Games does is all about story. There has to be a reason why these things are happening. You as a player want to know, who am I fighting and why? What are they trying to do, and what must I do to stop them? Everything about Marvel is story, the stakes, the drama. What are the heroes trying to do? And that just invests everything and makes everything just so cool and compelling.
Wow.
So we've just flown up. We've had the transition. So here is nowhere, and you're floating around basically in space now. And it's having that kind of experience with a gamer. These are places, people have so much passion for these locations. And we have it with the team as well. We've got massive Marvel fans kind of in every department. And being able to say, right, we're going to make these worlds come to life. It's going to be the LEGO version of these locations. So it's different to anything you've seen previously, but always familiar, always that true Marvel experience.
Yeah, and there's obviously a ton of new characters on our roster this time around. Will we be getting any older fan favorites?
I mean, as you've seen it in the art we've released, like front and center, you have someone like Spider-Man 2099, who's been beloved since he was introduced in the 80s, but right above him is a rather new character, Spider-Gwen. So again, we're doing this mix of older fan favorites and new fan favorites all together. And then you have, wild versions. You have Hulk in his gladiator gear that you've seen in Thor, that you're going to see in Thor Ragnarok. And right next to him, you have Cowboy Captain America. So again, times, realities, all together, crazy versions of your favorite characters.
Wow. Well, do you have any surprise characters in store for us?
I think it's time.
Is it time?
It's time.
I feel like something's about to happen.
Premiere?
It's about time.
It's about time.
We have Agent Venom.
Agent Venom. Okay, this is very cool. For those of you who know and love Venom, you're used to kind of the big hulking Venom. That's Eddie Brock in the symbiotic suit. We did a series in Marvel only about 5 years ago when Flash Thompson, who used to be Peter's old bully, he grew up. He kind of saw the light. He changed his life. He went to war. He actually got wounded, had one of his legs amputated, and decided to turn his life around. And he was bonded with the symbiote, and he became Agent Venom, and it brought out his soldier training. So here you have, you're used to the big evil version of Venom, and here's this cool kind of good version of Venom. And I see he looks really cool.
It's and this is one of the great things about being able to work on these titles.
Oh, cool.
And there's Spider-Gwen that we mentioned earlier.
I've got a friend who is going to be very excited that Agent Venom's actually in the game. So
she's taking a selfie.
Oh.
Because you know the youths, they're all about technology, right? The youths. And there goes the Egyptians behind them.
Oh, focus.
They're all walking like an Egyptian, right? As if on cue.
And obviously, Kang the Conqueror is a really exciting villain this time around.
Jump set from the Mary Janes. See, I love it. This is where you can tell everyone at TT are such Marvel fans. They know the details. They know Spider-Gwen plays the drums on the Mary Jane band, and we've managed to get it in the game. Very cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah, that's stuff that you always find. As you play the games, you're always... Like, even in idle animations, which is like when the character's just standing there around, you're not doing anything, suddenly you'll just start noticing little Easter eggs, and they'll throw little things that you never even realized was in the game, and then suddenly 50 hours in, you're like, oh, wait, they have that in there as well. So I can't wait to check out what all the characters
That's a
can
great
do.
example to see these two characters. You have Agent Venom, that had his book a few years ago, and you have Spider-Gwen, who's in her comic book now and is appearing in cartoons and products. So you see these two Spider characters from different eras together at once. It's so fun. Oh, and there's
Baby Groot.
I am Groot.
This is my favorite. This is my favorite thing to do. Just run around the hub as Baby Groot. It's amazing.
And there, through his time portal, he's able to age himself, and so you can go from Baby Groot to full-grown Groot.
That's cool.
In a matter of seconds, because it's about time.
That's awesome. That is really cool. So let's talk some more about Kang the Conqueror. I know a lot of people are really excited.
I mean, I am personally thrilled because he is one of the foes that he has challenged the Avengers since the 60s. So he's a long time foe that people may not have seen, have not seen it in film, may not have seen on TV. And to see him now make this leap from the comics to the game, and he's really one of the true big bads that we can celebrate now, as we have celebrated, say, Loki in the first Avengers movie, or Ultron in the second one. Now it's like, this is the other Avengers big bad that you might not know about. So he's finally getting his time in the sun. This is one of my favorite hubs. This is Noir, New York. So we're going back in time to the Roaring 20s, and there's the awesome Daily Bugle sign right there.
Oh,
boom!
That's cool.
And this is Spider-Man Noir, as you see in his black and white. Fisk Industries. Where do I know that last name from? Fisk.
So, one of the kind of things with the hub as well is each of the locations has its own flavor, its own vibe. So if you're traveling through kind of Chronopolis and you dive into Noir, New York, your character changes. So if you're someone like, if you're Star-Lord, you'll see he kind of goes into sepia tone, and then you're in this environment. And it changes depending on where you are. So if you're stood in the middle of ancient Egypt, it's different to Noir, New York. It's different to medieval England.
Oh, look.
All right.
It's Lockjaw.
Yesterday's
He's
reveal.
great.
Doggy.
Yeah. Well, guys, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for this segment today. We're so stoked about the new LEGO Marvel game. These new timelines and new additions are so awesome. So when will we be able to pre-order this game?
You can pre-order it now. Right now. And it's out November the 14th. But the great thing is, if you do pre-order it now, and pre-order the deluxe edition, there is a classic Guardians pack, Bill, right?
And you'll see classic Yondu with his big fin and his bow and arrow, and you get to see how Yondu began when he was introduced in the 70s, even though he was from the future. See, it's all about time, right?
Well, thank you guys so much. Arthur, Phil, Bill, Blitzwinger, give it up for them, you guys. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Casey.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thank you. But before we go, I think we should head on over to TJ Smith on the floor for a few social updates. TJ?
Thank you, Katie. Yes, we are here in front of the LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 booth. Everyone is super excited. I've been seeing some massive battles happening on the demo behind me. Everyone is loving getting their hands on the game in advance of when it comes out this fall. Let's go ahead and check in with Twitter right now. If you want to tweet us, you might just show up in stream this week. You can do so at LEGO Marvel Game or hashtag LEGO Marvel 2. First up, we've got at Zathar says, LEGO Lockjaw is my everything right now. Just like you guys saw just now, the Lockjaw character, he's a giant dog. He's a member of the Inhumans. He's super cuddly, but also kind of slobbery, so you gotta watch out for that. Next up, we've got at Lewis Blythe Art says, love what we saw of Chronopolis in at LEGO Marvel Game. Definitely shaping up to be the biggest and most diverse open world in a LEGO game yet. Yes, Chronopolis is one of the new maps that are going to be available in the new game. There's also some alternate versions of Manhattan. You're just going to have to check them all out and see which one is your favorite. Again, if you want to tweet us, you might just show up in stream this week. You can do so at LEGO Marvel Game or hashtag LEGO Marvel 2. That's about it from us over here at social media. Thanks for checking in. We're going to throw it back to you, Katie.
Thanks so much, TJ. Now stick around because we're going to be giving away some LEGO goodies. Oh, and don't forget, you can catch our E3 coverage right now at live.wbgames.com and tweet us your Marvel questions at LEGO Marvel Game. There's so much more to come from WB Games, so stick around.